go hide in the loft.
I'm here to collect Mr. Hawthorne's rent! Shut that! Please! Before I get you fucking Christ almighty!
Johnny Fletcher busted into a farmhouse on his property.
You bring me back that stuff false.
Well, look at what we have here. Please don't kill me.
Gentleman John Fletcher! Damn it!
Johnny Fletcher! Don't make me chase you! I didn't kill nobody. I didn't murder that family.
That don't break me down to me. You're a bounty hunter. You're a wanted man.
Here.
Out of the night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finds, and shall find me, unafraid. It matters not how straight the gates, how charged the punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Nocturn. Stand down and no one has to die today.
This only ends one way.
They'll kill you all.
Why not take your chances in a prison cell? Alright, I'm coming out.
My lord, I have a report.
Speak.
Our latest assassination attempt on Lady Nocturn has failed.
I can see stronger measures are needed. Begin phase 2.
Captured! The notorious Lady Nocturn has been brought in through the valiant efforts of the Void Cobras.
Get on the jail first.
Prisoner, take 5 steps, then stop and turn your right.
But the pirates of Velix Mortis are far from defeated.
My lord, I have a report.
Let's cut to the chase, since we both know that this isn't a social call and you didn't come here to waste time.
Fine. High Command is gambling that the attempt on your life by your so-called friends has made you willing to cooperate. Am I wasting my time now?
What fate will befall the disgraced former pirate?
The Minotaur sends his regards, traitor.
What does your High Command want, and what are they offering in return?
High Command wants many things, but it wants to show a good faith first.
Team 1, move up. Marking to covering fire.
Bravo Team 1, push up. Bravo 2, give us support.
What next for now infamous mercenaries, the Void Cobras?
I want every last pirate I used to run with dead. I don't want to be watching over my shoulder every hour of every day.
Now you die!
Will the Void Cobras become targets of Lady Nocturne's former pirate comrades?
Attention, crash override. This is Freighter Ebony Hawk. My ship just lost all power and thrust. We're going down. Mayday, mayday, mayday.
There truly is no honor among thieves. You rabble will turn on each other at the slightest provocation.
Okay, fine. Moving past you.
Find out on the next episode of Star Citizen Nocturne.
Jameson, you copy?
Touch me now. I don't want to live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you.
Jameson, we require immediate emergency extract.
I don't know, man. It looks kind of hot over there.
Of interest in my life to idiots.
Okay, got it working, Sarge.
Alright, Corporal. Good work. Follow me! Y'all remember what Sarge said? Stay together, keep comms clear, and heads on the swivel. Clear. Okay, we're gonna secure it, then sweep the entire ship for survivors. Channel, you take point. Doc, you're behind me. Corporal, you're bringing up the rear.
Understood, Sergeant.
Taking track. Oh my god, oh my god!
Get the hell out of here!
Get him off me, get him off me, get him off me! They're getting in my armor! Ah!
I got into collecting bounties when a gang of bandits bushwhacked my wife, my best friend Coyote, and me. Meet the Jones brothers.
You take a look at the situation in which you find yourself.
That's Joshua.
Can have real bad. What's the Indian word for
Next to him is Rufus the Doofus.
Like, I don't know. You're just trying to make me look dumb.
All right, I want to
Next
see
to him is
on the
Lyman.
ground.
Remember those faces.
And 6.
You'll see him again.
8 hands praising Jesus.
The other ones, well, ain't no use in introducing. They're all dead.
Run!
Obadiah, get the saddlebags!
I got him!
I later discovered the Jones brothers were all wanted men. Figured I might as well get paid for taking my revenge.
Man, they still wanted for justice.
Post is still on the wall?
So I hunted down the ones we didn't kill. Lyman, he sang like a bird. Rufus and Joshua were smuggling contraband down the river. Always to the same spot. I found a nice perch on a bluff above the river where I knew they would eventually be. During the war, I was a sharpshooter. Coyote's Whitworth came in handy. For weeks, I tracked them. Then I killed them.
If you like our content, we'd appreciate if you'd like, subscribe, and get notifications. Help us extend our reach by sharing our video content. And if you want to help us beat the algorithm, also leave us a comment on some of our videos.
Absolutely nothing going on in the news today.
Oh,
not a goddamn thing. I am so bored with nothing to talk about. And so today we are going to have a kazoo off. What's up, fam of Liberty? It's your boy Big Sarge and admin Matt, and we got with us Brandon King, who is running for office. Brandon, go ahead and introduce yourself. There's Mrs. Big Sarge, Mrs. Admin Tim.
The bartender.
Well, my name is Brandon King. I'm a hotel janitor, former truck driver, and I'm running on space and time. 3D sub 100,000 3D printed homes and a real pathway to a 16-hour work week.
I like it.
I remember I was reading up on your campaign, and the thing that's jumped out at me was the bit about the 3D printed homes. Can you tell us about that?
Okay, so this has been around since like 2014. All right, so back in the day, I was very excited about this because Icon, the main company that does this, they were bragging about their $40,000 homes. When I was flipping foreclosed homes in 2014, I did not realize they were not talking to me. They were talking to the shareholders. They've been spent the last decade selling their $40,000 homes for $400,000 out in Texas. That's a fucking 90% parasite tax. Then then in August, they announced that they are dropping their price to make their homes more affordable to their $40,000 homes, drop them down to $195,000, which, you know, they want you to thank them for a balmy 79% parasite tax.
Absolutely wild. How does the process come together, though?
For the homes?
Yeah, for the homes. Tell us a little bit.
Oh, they're literally just fucking 3D printed right there. Huh? Yeah, they got these massive gantries and just extrude the. It's gonna for the sovereign homes that I'm running on. What I've been thinking is it's a geopolymer concrete and hempcrete blend because they're Earthship inspired. So we're trying to meet the same level of thermal mass in the concrete as the dirt pack tire Burmois of the Earthships.
That was actually going to be my next question. Was the material used for the construction? How long does this process take? How quickly could you be turning these out?
Literally, once the bill is passed and once the fucking fabrication hubs are standing up, we could literally produce one house every few days. These does not take long.
That's pretty good.
That's literally one of the benefits that Icon has been touting for over a decade now. But again, that's for the shareholders, not for us.
Right. Still an intriguing process to be able to churn out a house that quick.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, are designs modular? Can they be assembled, or is it a certain generic prefab that's being used?
So what in the legislation that I'm running on, what it will be is an open source design studio where the community, the Minnesotans, make their own dream home, and so long as it's within the realm of structural safety, it'll be built.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm imagining like a Sims like 3D environment where they could just build their home,
Which is pretty cool.
We got a couple of comments that your mic is really, really loud. Can you bring it down a tiny bit?
Also, I am just a very loud person, so I apologize.
No, this is definitely a show for loud
Wrong
people.
with that.
Yeah, that part's fine.
Show for loud people.
True story. Also, kazoo enthusiast.
Wait a minute.
Currently, because that's the thing.
Hey, who doesn't love a kazoo?
I don't know. Definitely somebody up there. Probably someone in the audience. I don't know who it is to keep saying that. It's rude. It's rude. Not enjoying big Sarge's kazoos. Just right all up in there. I'll do that.
So, in addition to the housing thing, tell us about the rest of your campaign, because you have a pretty involved list of things that a lot of people on both sides of the aisle might find interesting.
Well, what do you mean by involved?
Well, maybe let's start off at the elevator pitch, right? If Big Sarge and I are Minnesotans, what's your pitch to us to get you for us to give you your vote?
Yeah, Larry.
Space and time. First principles. Everybody needs a place to be, and everybody needs time to become someone. My personal life philosophy is very much Aristotelian, eudaimonia, meaning making, self-actualization. And I believe that without a basic foundation, you cannot, capital B, become. If you know what I mean.
So the space would be the housing, and the time would be like
the work week liberation.
Okay, what's that involving?
So for that, in 2031, we would drop down to 32 hours, 2035, 25 hours, 2040, 16 hours. Phase drops with automation dividends and whatnot. I'm thinking 2031 because I imagine the average voter, they're not going to want to lower their hours until you get the cost of living down, and with a sub $100,000 housing.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could get it sooner, I'm all for that.
And what about larger economic policy beyond that?
I mean, very standard progressive. At the moment, honestly, lately, just been worrying about frickin' Trump with Quantico.
That was a little concerning, to say the least. We've all been declared enemies. Everybody in the city is just an enemy of the nation. Just all right, sure. Oh, the military should use the cities as target practice. Oh, that's helpful. So that's probably going to do a lot of damage. But he only watches Fox News, so he thinks Portland's a war zone, and the cities are basically in uninhabitable ruins that are just like on fire and burnt to the ground and roving gigs. It's basically a Mad Max movie in his head, just cycling through the spaces between all of the syphilis holes that have been rotted through his brain. So I figure that That's probably going to come to a head. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can't imagine that every officer in that room is just like, yeah, all right, finally a chance to turn our weapons on American civilians. That doesn't strike me as what most of those guys signed up for.
Yeah,
I used to be a radicalized right-winger in the Tea Party era. I distinctly recall when they were saying that Obama was going to be sending federal troops backed up by the blueberries to herd everybody into FEMA camps.
Yep. Jade 15.
Yep.
Jade Helm.
Jade Helm.
Yeah, Jade Helm.
Jade Helm 15.
I remember that because I used to. I would see railroad cars on their way out to the National Training Center out at Fort Irwin, and I would stop and take pictures, and I would be like, "Everybody, it's Jade Helm." Nobody appreciated that.
Yeah, that might be a little bit of alarmist there, Sarge. Can't imagine why.
Is that a William T. Sherman shirt that you have?
Ooh,
absolutely.
Excellent.
Vernon Sherman.
They did their homework.
I dig it.
The only thing that he did wrong was not finishing the job.
Yeah. Kind of got to agree there. Though he's in office, it wasn't great in office. But as a general, yes, thumbs up.
He was in an office?
Grant.
You're thinking Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was a proud Minnesotan from the moment I moved here because of the Minnesota First. The Minnesota 1st Infantry, they fought at Gettysburg. And these guys, they had like 162 men. They had to hold the front line at the Battle of Gettysburg, and they lost. They literally had to hold it for like 5 minutes. They had to plug a gap on Cemetery Hill, and they had like, what was it, like an 82% casualty rate, which to this day is like the highest in any unit. But not only did they win, but we also got, I want to say, the Virginia 28th's battle flag, and we've had it ever since. One of my favorite quotes ever was when Virginia asked Governor Jesse Ventura for it back. His response, absolutely legendary. Why? We won. It's our heritage now.
Yeah. That's fair.
I like telling that story every April.
It's true.
80% casualty rate? Yeah, us keeping that. It's a matter of what we lost to get it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the Gettysburg is one of the places I've hoped Big Sarge is going to go and do his documentary stuff from. Not just because it's up near me and we can chill, but it's such a storied turning point in American history, and there's so many of those stories, like the Minnesota First, that were integral to how our nation ended up, and there were so many on the same days across that battle. And there's so much nuance there that if things go slightly different here and there, it's like history is vastly different. That these men stood out there and held the line against some of those overwhelming odds that American forces ever saw. And it's such a great.
That's what I love about Minnesota. We hold the fucking line. Like when Reagan swept the country, the one state he did not win was Minnesota.
That one I didn't know.
Yeah, it was the 84 election. He won 49 out of 50 states. We were the one exception.
Excellent.
So I want to circle back to the work liberation thing that you have going on here, specifically the part about the economy. Like, everybody and their mom is not going to give up their paycheck or their work week at the work hours.
It's no loss in pay. That's where the automation dividends come in, because that's why it's phased, because we want to make sure that you have no loss in quality of life. That's what's most important here.
So how does that work? The automation dividends, as well as lowering the economy.
Well, So that is where the automation dividend, that will be a tax on jobs that are automating away. Because, I mean, let's face it, I mean, what do you think Elon Musk has planned for his Optimus robots? And that way, as we lose jobs, as we're naturally going to do anyway, to automation, we can redistribute that productivity right back to the workers it's displacing.
Does that include beyond just the manufacturing automation? Is that also for other sectors?
So at first, we'll be starting with the public sector, and then businesses with government contracts, because that'll be the ones where we can most easily apply these changes. Then working from there.
As I'm curious, as an IT professional, if that applies into that sphere as well, as that's an area that's being hit in certain parts right now.
I would imagine that would actually be at probably severe risk of automation within the next 5 years.
It's being automated now.
True.
Significantly. I can say there's some things that really are not suitable for automation, but other things that are, or at least are tempting enough that businesses will move into that space of trying to use AI. Maybe like some of the call center stuff we did back in the 2000s. I know I worked for a number of very large companies outsourcing their IT help centers to other countries. And then within 5 years, I was at the same companies re-onshoring those same jobs into the United States and standing up their infrastructure for them. And I don't know if maybe we're going to see the same kind of boomerang here, but right now we are definitely leaning into everything should be done by the machine.
And right now we're leaning into everything should be done by the machine, but no safety net for the worker it displaces.
Very true. It's very true.
And and genuinely, so if you go, socialism itself has always been tied to the threat of mass automation. If you go back to 1848, the Principles of Communism by Engels, Section 4 in the Origin of the Proletariat, he specifically states that before the machines, the proletariat as a class didn't even exist. Its existence was tied to the threat of workers being displaced by machinery.
And there certainly has been that threat throughout the labor struggle well past the 1800s into the 1900s, even with the modern union movement. We certainly see perfect example, the automation in the Rust Belt, when all the car manufacturers started moving towards the big robot assembly things and started cutting back their workforce. And all of a sudden they were at a third of the people they'd had a decade ago. It's definitely a driving factor. I would agree with you there.
Now, I know there's probably going to be a tendency for people to be like, oh, but you can't force these companies to give people money with the dividends things. But if I'm not mistaken, there are a couple places in Alaska where they have
the oil dividend.
Drilling.
Yep, that is a tax on private companies for use of their resources.
And that's working out
very well. Even the Republicans don't touch that.
Well, it's hard to. It's never going to be popular to take something away once you've given someone a benefit, which I guess in current political climate they don't care anymore. But that used to be the thing, government funding for programs that are bipartisan supported normally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, veterans benefits, for example.
We've got another guest.
Good evening, gentlemen. I am here to class up the joint.
Well, I mean, it was a very low bar set by the usual hosts, so we at least had our guest to class it up. So now you can help with that.
That's right. The two of us together, we're going to raise the bar.
I'm here.
How you guys doing?
Yeah. I'm doing.
Good evening, Brandon. How are you?
Disrespect.
I'm doing very well. Just got off work a little over an hour ago.
There's no disrespect. I mean, this is all out of love.
Is it the kind of love where you need a glove?
And we're back to the kazoo.
And we're back to the kazoo. Did you warn Brandon ahead of time that it was going to devolve like that? No. I didn't.
Did you hear the kazoo when the music was going?
Yes.
Oh my God! Did you loop that in there? I didn't hear it.
He was playing along.
Oh my God!
The rock and roll.
So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause a ruckus. I was late because I was trying to get the dogs under control. You know how they can make too much noise.
Yeah. Got my
we can't all have Ram, unfortunately.
He could be a bit of a noisemaker, especially when I'm trying to be like, dude, be cool. No, was not having it.
Brandon, are cat dog people? What are you, Brandon?
Oh yeah, I'm very much a. Sorry, I didn't realize you're talking to me. I absolutely love cats. Not really much of a. I don't really want to own a dog, but I love dogs when I see them, especially at work. Because the guests love when you come over and pamper their dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And hard not to love that. Yeah, this Saturday, he was in rare form. Came back from our trip to the Bark Park Saturday morning. You usually get him out there, get him through a whole workout. He's a racing competitive dog, so he goes into events. So we have a whole workout that we try to get through, and usually that tires him out and chills him out, and we're good to go through our routine for the day. But we're coming back, and there was a ton of police activity on my block, a whole bunch of vehicles, officers everywhere, and it's just like, I don't want to deal with this. Be cool. And of course, Ram's just like looking out the window going, no, absolutely not. So he went ape shit and is barking, screaming out the window. And of course, that's got all the cops looking at me. And I'm just like, my life. All right. And of course, as soon as I park in front of my house, here come the cops over to talk to me. Now the dog is in defense mode because strange big guys are coming towards me. What am I going to do? So now I've got the cops yelling at me to control the dog. Me trying to tell, like, if you guys would stop yelling, the dog will calm down. Me trying to get the dog into the house, like,
no, Ram can read the room.
Right into
he
the
can
door.
Read people. Ram's smart. Okay.
Ram's smart. Ram does not like fascists.
No, that's
or rules in general. Honestly, just any rules at all. And the cops were very much leaning into, well, your dog's out of control, so there must be some kind of problem over here. Just go back the fuck to whatever it is you guys are doing, buddy. You had no reason to be harassing me. They tried to. The one cop tried to like follow me into my house, like I'm trying to secure the dog, and he's just like trying to walk in. It's like, no, for your safety, buddy.
No, sorry.
You have no cause to be walking into my house. Buddy.
I have neighbors that I've lived next door to for 20 fucking years who still request if they can still step in my house. And they know I've invited them to come swim in my pool even without asking. They still know to ask permission first because that's called genuine being polite. Oh my God. What is wrong with people?
It was wild. With the dog then just like jumping up and trying to claw his way through the window, I managed to talk to the cops and figure out what was going on and get everything calmed down there. But it was just like, what the fuck, guys? Apparently they had come by because my neighbor had we just had a death in the neighborhood. An older neighbor had passed away, so they've been a little bit more proactive with these wellness visits. And a neighbor had scheduled a contractor to come. When they showed up, they saw that like there was like DoorDash from 2 days ago outside, and there was a bunch of mail and stuff. And they're like, oh, she dead, isn't she? So they called the cops for a wellness check, and they were trying to figure out if they should go in or not. And in the middle of this, and the cops arguing with me because they're like, well, when did you see her last? it's we're looking at suspicious people in the area, and it's just like, fuck you. Thanks. And in the middle of this, she like opened her door and came outside. It was just like, what's everyone doing here? So you didn't hear him knocking and ringing your bell for like last hour?
Was the DoorDash still good though?
Oh my god!
I don't know. I didn't get to try any, so. But it had been left out in the rain.
What do you got?
So I get why they called. I'm not sure why local PD rolled like 4 cars and 8 officers out to it.
Yeah, no, it's show of force, I think. Honestly, I mean, Tim, didn't you have something similar? I don't know if you want to share it, but I don't know. Every time I see cops, they're always like in numbers now, and I don't know if it's because they're concerned for their safety, or if it's like showing a force for. I'm not sure, but it's concerning. It's concerning development.
3 times in the last 2 weeks, I've had cops outside my house.
Like, let's send everybody.
Well, no, we live in a crime hellscape now. Haven't you heard?
Yeah, that's
Apparently.
what I heard. Here in Philadelphia, it's just uninhabitable.
Nobody told me.
Warfare going on left and right.
Right. Yeah.
Lawfare, I hear sometimes.
Yeah, we're going to war against one of the most like milquetoast peaceful cities in the entire country.
Yeah, got to bring the war to Portland.
Fucking Portland, of all places, Portland. I mean,
look, there's a lot of unicycles and jugglers on those unicycles, and we don't abide that kind of wokeness.
I mean, Portland. I mean, their like motto is "Keep us weird." Come on.
It is their thing. Tim, you were trying to say something?
Yeah. Brandon? What does the 20A stand for in Minnesota? 20A. I keep looking at that. And I'm like, what is A?
So we have 2 districts. It's 20A and 20B. 20A is just the district that I'm in. Yeah.
That's just
and what municipalities and towns and cities does that encompass?
No, covers from Cannon Falls out to Wabasha. Out along the Mississippi River.
Is that where they have the?
We're like 40 miles, like kind of southeast-ish of Minneapolis.
He's Googling right now.
I'm not. Now
he doesn't need to. He did his prep work.
Is this like the state house, or is this like the house, like U.S.?
Oh, this is state house. I was first planning on running for Congress, got interviewed by the Congressional Search Committee and everything, but then I realized I would definitely be able to, actually accomplish more at the state house level than the federal congressional level.
It's true. Local government does have
Absolutely.
more direct effect. It's absolutely true.
Absolutely true. And bully on you for doing it.
And prior to this, you were a truck driver, or you still are a truck driver?
Oh, so I quit trucking in November of 2023 because I have a degenerative eye disease and glasses were no longer correcting my vision.
Oh no!
I had to get contacts, and I was not sanitary enough as a trucker for contacts. That would just be
trucking in general is not sanitary enough for contacts.
Not at all.
That is a fair point.
Do you imagine putting on contact lenses in a truck stop bathroom?
No.
I mean, it would depend.
I know enough about. I haven't been on the road. I know enough about truck stops, having worked at a convenience store and stuff long enough. Yeah, no.
Same.
I grew up Poe, and I know those areas. No. Sorry, sir?
I feel like I made the right call leaving the industry.
I think so too, and I think you made the right call for your future constituents doing what you're going to do. So it sounds to me like you had national change in mind, which
yes.
So how are you going to do that from Minnesota?
So that's the thing. So I believe that on the federal level, we need to have the third reconstruction and a New Deal 2.0 funded by nationalized leisure mining as the next great American endeavor by 2033 to 2034. If we want to make it, we got to be at least started on that by the mid 2030s. And sovereign homes is the proof of concept. If we can bring housing prices below fucking $600 a month here, that's the start. That's the proof of concept.
You are speaking my language. I like
So,
this.
what does that initial deployment of houses look like in terms of size? Like how many units are you looking at?
So what the bill would do would be 5,000 homes for the between the first 2 years, and it would cost about $700 million. Now keep in mind, we spend $1.2 billion a year feeding the parasites and rental vouchers and development contracts. We already spend more than what the first three, it's $700 million for the first 3 years. 1 year to get the fabrication hubs up, then 2 years to print the first 5,000 homes, then 250,000 homes by 2040.
Do you have land already in mind for this, or would that be an evaluation process of selecting the right area?
So we do not need much land at all. And most of it would easily be able to be accounted for with what the state already has in its possession, between brownfields and lots they put up for auction every year. I'm pretty sure that we would be able to get quite a lot of houses built before we even have to work with any local districts and towns and townships on getting land from them.
I assume there's some kind of study work to be done in terms of the impact of the additional population on infrastructure, schools, that kind of thing. You guys are also going to do?
Oh, can you say that again?
I assume there's some kind of study on impact on infrastructure use and schools and all that kind of stuff from having more homes in whichever area you guys pick to build this, correct?
As far as I know, I'm actually unsure. So sovereign homes, this is actually my personal dream home universalized to the public.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all that originated from. But like I said, I've been working on the idea since 2014 when I first heard about Icon.
I was just interested, since as some viewers will know, I'm on my local HOA board, so there's a lot of planning meetings and permits and decisions like that I get to sit there for.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering what the process is like for you with planning out not just one neighborhood, but 5,000 homes worth of neighborhoods and the impact that's going to have. Do you think there's money with the state for, say, building up the roadways around there to handle the influx
absolutely. I mean, so we in townships in general in Minnesota, we need more public money for roads. Absolutely. But that could easily be, we could have the excess money from that easily be pulled from the savings from cutting off the tap to the parasites. Like I said, we spend $1.2 billion a year feeding the parasites.
Well, also you have the additional economic growth of the support structure that comes in. Where you have developments, you have to have gas stations, grocery stores, convenience stores, pharmacies, all those things that are going to generate state,
not to mention
and
the
local
economic
revenue.
Stability. The economic growth from the stability of the people living in the homes.
Right.
I mean, if your mortgage is $400 a month,
exactly,
you're going to feel more, able to take risks.
Yeah, and you're not bleeding the same amount of money away for rent. I mean, I don't know what rent is in your district. I know rent where I am is insane.
Between $1,200 to $1,800, depending on what you're getting.
We're about double that here.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. The nearest one I could think of off the top of my head is $2,800 a month, and obviously, as you go down into the bigger city districts, it's far worse. And so, I can see where that'd be a huge advantage to all the residents taking up in these homes and being able to actually afford things besides.
That's the thing. The housing prices that I'm trying to get to are housing prices we have not seen since the 1970s. I was born in 1994.
It's gonna be an uphill slog, but I admire it, man.
Well,
You've definitely
so
set a
I think it'll be
high goal.
less uphill than people imagine when I first talk about it, because think about it. Like, every representative at the end of the day is going to have to defend to their constituency, their voters, why they don't deserve housing.
Yeah. It's a good foil. It is a good wedge to hit your opponent with. I agree.
And that's the thing, because I'm not even targeting. So we have a anti-vax MAGA incumbent in this seat. She is not my enemy. I am inviting Minnesota into a better future. And if we fight, it'll be when she's forced to attack me as the defender of feudal landlordism and wage slavery. That's the battlefield that I'm trying to set up.
I think you well positioned yourself, especially in the current economic climate, and just the fact that the rise of cost affects basically all of us, aside from a very small percentage who are just
especially with the Trump T tax.
Yeah, I know the damage that the Trump tariff tax has been doing to my industry and so many others. I've got a number of friends that are out of work. I'm sure you could say the same. And it's all thanks to the economic stupidity we've seen going on. You remember when he was going to have 90 deals in 90 days, and then we just stopped talking about that. Just like,
ending the war in Ukraine in 24 hours just to end up with the same position as Biden.
Absolutely. Oh, what a mess. And then he was gonna fix the situation in Gaza, and then he was just like, you know what? Maybe genocide's really profitable because beachfront property. So
that was always bullshit anyway. Like they've always been in support of it. Like
no question.
Any talk of them ending it was going to be them supporting the genocide.
Right. Yeah, no, I do think there were more people that were fooled on that than that were fooled on like, I'll just end the Ukraine war in 24 hours. Like, yeah, all right, sure, buddy. But I think there were people who genuinely thought he was going to like stop the genocide somehow and voted that way, even though all evidence to the contrary. All evidence very clearly to the contrary.
We would have there's no guarantee that Kamala would have done anything, but there's a much stronger possibility that she would have. She could have at least had pressure applied to her to stop it. Trump,
Yeah. I could definitely have seen her like she wouldn't have signed off on what's going on in the West Bank with the settlers just outright killing Palestinians in their towns out there. Now it's just absolute insanity. We never would have seen this kind of level of it. But you know what?
Once you start dehumanizing, it's only a matter of time before
Yeah. Once you make the justification,
always ends in one road.
Yeah, exactly. Once you've started down the road that these people are less than human, so it's okay if we kill them. That only ends one place. That ends with you being okay with all of them because they're all in the way of the land or the resource or whatever it is you're trying to steal in the first place. It never plays any other way,
and that's the thing.
Wild to see people not learn it.
We've known for decades that every bomb dropped is a terrorist seed,
Yeah.
Like they are literally just guaranteeing that any survivors are just radicalized for even deeper for another generation.
Yeah.
See, that's Netanyahu's plan. Leave no one alive.
Well, of course.
That's why they declared anybody who's still in their occupation area is a terrorist, even if it's a 2-year-old. They're just gonna kill him.
Like the example that I've always used for all this is of course this is before October 7th. This is going back to when we were in Iraq and Afghanistan. Like, imagine for a second that our country is invaded and they kill your entire family.
Yeah.
Would you be in any way susceptible to loving them?
Yeah, you've kind of bought yourself an enemy forever. Then
we have an 80s cult classic that's dedicated to this. It's called Red Dawn. Like the entire generation of Gen Xers that are all hopped up on that shit right now. and they're huffing like Trump's taint over it. Like they don't see the correlation. So yeah, they don't what they don't get it. Like if that were them, right, they would be Wolverines.
Which is all the more ironic because the Red Dawn is basically about Afghanistan. So
it really is.
the lesson was completely missed by some people.
Completely missed.
Well, I mean, that's not exactly new, unfortunately.
That's true. That's true. We don't see things through the lens of what if we're the guys getting stuff dropped on us. We're the guys flying the bombers,
We're usually the ones dropping things, but
for freedom and justice. And if we don't, the terrorists win.
Apparently democracy, but not our own.
So Tim, when I was at work, I was listening to when you were a guest on Lights Out with Jessica Denson. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a text message about 15 minutes before that started. It was like, "Hey, can you be on a live stream?" And I'm like, "Let me put on my pants."
Or that you would stop telling people this.
The pants had to go back on.
But honestly, especially with the meeting in Quantico today with the Secretary of Defense, that was a very fantastic episode.
Of War, thank you. He's a big boy now. All right. He is a big boy allowed to sit at the big boy table and wear the special hat.
We have to rebrand.
So I'll sit where I want.
That's right.
We have to rebrand as war because war requires us to be ready and focused for war.
Right. Trump ran as the anti-war president. War is peace.
Yes.
War is peace.
Always classic to go back to 84.
None of these.
Oh man, they give us so much fucking fodder for Orwell,
I mean, even Orwell couldn't have predicted that the world's biggest fucking draft dodger, whose daddy paid a quack to get him out of going to war, out of the draft, would become the war president.
Or who went to a military academy school and was just like, he basically went to a boot camp. He basically is the exact same as soldiers.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, that was basically what boot camp was like, right? Was having to go to a privileged,
I could make
highly disciplined school.
I could make him cry. He's a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to have somebody at my door any minute now.
It's true. It's true.
This is why I have Malamutes.
It's terrorism now.
It's true. That is a class 4 deportation offense,
Come on.
man.
He's a bitch. Nobody is that thin-skinned and is a tough guy. I'm sorry. He's a bitch.
True. That is true.
I can make him cry with my words.
It's true. Should see what she's mean to our staff.
Right to jail. Right away.
Right to jail.
Right. That's right. I would be disappeared. Okay.
Yeah.
And then my kid would take over. Because she's got a mouth as bad as mine.
It's very true. Maybe it's all part of his, deep-seated hatred of veterans and the military community in general. I mean, he talks a big game about, it's going to be so tough and all this, but then at the same time, he's referring to veterans as suckers and losers, and can't be bothered to do an honored return or
Daddy
to go to a
couldn't buy their way
cemetery.
out of the draft. That's what he's talking about. I read Mary Trump's book. Okay, it's coded language within their family. They're suckers because they don't have money. They're losers because that's the N word in their family from his father.
Well, like BYOB. Why do they always send the poor?
Oh my God, that is such a good song.
It is.
That is my favorite song.
I was listening to that today.
My God. I'm okay. Can I move to Minnesota and vote for you now?
She's sold. That was all it took.
Sold. You quoted like my favorite song by System of a Down. Oh my God.
So
See?
over the winter,
Full
I'm going to be
Untapped audience.
mostly pamphleteering, and my first pamphlet is Common Sense of Enlightenment versus Darkenment. Are you guys familiar with Curtis Yarvin?
Oh my God, I've written so much about Curtis Yarvin. Yes, I am. Let's talk for the next hour about Curtis Yarvin.
So,
Go.
I've been a transhumanist for half my life, exactly half my life at this point. I first encountered the Yarvinites many years ago, and it is insane that this is the actual fucking path that they're going. Like, my God. But anyway, you know his term Dark Enlightenment?
Yes.
Call a spade, endarkenment. You know, like, fucking, if you want hierarchy, you don't want liberty at the end of the day. They're not compatible. And that's what the fundamental battle at the heart of America has always been about. Loyalists versus revolutionaries, Confederates versus Union.
They are
segregationists versus integrationists.
Yes.
Us versus MAGA. It's always enlightenment versus darkenment at the end of the day.
Yeah. I wish I could remember the word. Somebody said they're not conservatives, they're reversatives, I think. They reverse everything.
Exactly.
Well, they are talking about slaves being back in the fields and women
I
being
mean,
back in
whenever
the
they talk
kitchen
about
and-
the original Constitution, what the fuck do you think they're talking about? They're specifically talking about the 3/5 compromise.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, anytime I hear original Constitution, this person comes to mind.
Nothing says
What part
that
of the
you are a
Constitution
weak.
exactly are we talking about that has changed that you suddenly want to go back to? Let's
All the amendments.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
the amendments.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing says that you are a weak, pathetic, mediocre white male. Like, I need to make sure that everybody who has gained the same level of access as me, right, that I have artificially kept down so that I can have this level of access and achievement that I've had, now that they have equity with me and I have to compete and I can't do so, right? I have to push them back down so that I can actually be up again. Nothing says that you are weak and pathetic. Like, I have to push them back down so that I can get back on top.
You know the quote from LBJ? That's always the Republicans love to misquote it and use it against him. But that's exactly what he was talking about. You know,
he was
if
talking
you can
about
convince the poorest white man to look down on black men, he was specifically talking about his experience being raised in the fucking Jim Crow South, explaining that this is how they think.
It is, and he was 100% right, dead on.
And it's still an effective tactic for them. You go into any, on the surface they'll say no, we definitely have people of color welcome in our midst, but you go into any one of their message boards, any of their discords, their telegraphs, signal chats, anywhere there's memes being shared, you're gonna see some of the most racist shit you've ever seen in your life. And it's just, and it's not a few or one or two, it's all of it. It's core to the mindset.
So circling back to space and time, I believe that there's a solid 15 to 23% of the population who are fully in darkenment. They cannot be reached at all. But for the rest, I believe that if we change the material conditions, that the downstream effects of that will be the lessening of the isms over time, sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia. Because when your needs are met, you're less likely to fall for scapegoating.
You're also
more likely on housing sovereignty and work week liberation.
You're also more likely to be in a more stable headspace to be able to deal with the adversity you still have, to be able to meet different challenges and not immediately go, this is all the fault of those people, or this is why I can't get ahead. It's because of this, and that. And it shapes the narrative differently. I definitely hear you on
exactly.
that.
And that's the thing, like I'm a big believer in changing the incentives. Like if your neighbor is starving, he is much more incentivized to break into your house than if he has a roof over his head that fucking grows its own food. Earthships, they grow their own food. The plan for Sovereign Homes is to adapt that into a vertical farming corridor. As the 21st century version of the Earthship grow area.
I think that's an interesting prospect as well, though that then circles me back to the whole evaluation of land and what is most suitable for growing, as well as everything from runoff from storms on the fields to what products are used to help enhance and grow said crops. I don't want to get full SimCity on here, but it is a very
questions.
It's very
interesting.
I'm
a hotel janitor. I cannot say that I am fully qualified to answer all of those questions at this moment.
And that's fine. Because at the end of the day, by becoming a representative for the state, you're the idea man. You are putting it together, and you would hopefully be able to draw on the expertise of others who are the experts, right? That's another difference we have with our GOP colleagues, is that it's okay for us on this side of the aisle to say, I'm not an expert on that. Let me defer
they
to
can't
someone
say
who
that. If they don't know, they have to pretend like they do and then just see where that leads.
And then they end up saying the dumbest fucking thing in the world on TV when they get asked about it. And it's a weird trap they lead themselves into constantly. Everything from basic science facts to healthcare to just how anything works is they have to insist upon it must be this way because my narrow understanding is like this. Therefore, the world.
I saw James Tallarico on Fox on a TikTok of it, and the host visibly gulped at one point when he was talking to him.
I believe it.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
Well, you see it oftentimes with the. I regret that we don't often get to see the press corps talking to either Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, or with Trump or his board. Usually they're behind the camera asking the questions, because I would love to see the looks on their faces when they get some of these dumb as fuck answers that are just blatantly false, clearly lies, and they know they're lies. And the person saying it knows it's a lie.
They've got to be practiced in.
But God, it must be so fucking easy to just not think. So I've been a legally ordained minister since. So I've been a legally ordained minister since 2015, originally for Pastafarian weddings, right? Now, the only reason I have not started my own prosperity gospel megachurch to fucking grift these assholes is because I have too much personal morals and ethics to do that.
We had
I was just saying the exact same thing.
Easy though.
Weren't we just saying this last stream?
We were. I don't remember what it was. It was about some kind of merch to push because the gullible rubes would swallow it up. And we were just like, we could put some stupid price on it. Big Sarge make a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
Church of the Big Sarge. Like that.
But yeah, seriously, that's the problem. And honestly, that's kind of the problem that the left has struggled with all along, and the right knows it, is that we kind of have, I don't know, these pesky morals and ethics and standards, and we, won't just.
So we're always fighting with our hand behind our back. Yeah.
Well, we also have another side that is willing to accept everything. I saw the question in there from Trying to 1701 about the MedBed video that Trump put out. There's for those who are not aware, QAnon has this theory, and it's generous to call it a theory because it is dumb as shit. That Trump medical genius that he is, has developed a cure-all miracle med bed, these pods that will heal you of all your ails painlessly and easily. And he's rolling them out. He's trying to, but the Democrats keep getting in the way of his miracle cure thing. So he tweeted out a video that someone used AI to put together that was basically broadcasted to the world about how the med beds were finally ready. They're going to be rolled out to the hospitals everywhere, and America's being saved by it. We just have to, push through the Democratic opposition for it. It was a massive load of shit.
I can't. Are you?
No such thing exists.
Say psych. Please say
you have. You have to be amazed at how these people, Trump literally posted that the AI generated video was literally him saying that all Americans will have a free medbed card for free treatment. Yet all of these fuckers oppose universal health care. Every single one of them.
Every single one votes against any kind of healthcare improvement for their own condition, but think they're going to be just magically handed a free cure-all that's going to solve all their problems magically. That's always going to go away at no cost. But they're opposed to having their healthcare at
that's because it's not about universality. It's about it being a reward for loyalty and faith to dear leader.
Yeah.
Daddy says that we're having some miracles.
Yeah.
What do you want?
They're officially miracles. And anyone that questions it must be part of the conspiracy against him.
As long as it comes in my Star Citizen spaceship, I don't care. Just just give me the thing.
Even the cure-all thing in Star Citizen has more pieces and work on it than this medbed concept bullshit.
Going back to Curtis Yarvin, have you guys ever seen the movie Elysium?
Of course, absolutely.
The medbeds come in here as well. They're on Elysium, and that's the thing. So I've been convinced for over a decade that their end game is a world very similar to Elysium, Ready Player One, and Chappie.
Yeah.
That is what we'll have in about 20, 25 years if we don't fucking change. That's why on the federal scale, the third Reconstruction, New Deal 2.0, and funded by nationalized asteroid mining. We cannot let these fuckers get to the space rocks first.
Yeah, well,
that's like immediate game over if they come back with fucking trillions.
Well, I speaking of space, I'm sure you saw the news on the asteroid they believe will now. Originally, they were worried it was going to hit us. Now it's not going to hit us, but it might hit the moon, which would be nearly as catastrophic for us.
Yeah, it would.
Well, I mean, how big of an impact is it expected to make? Are they talking about chunks flying off of the moon at us?
That's what they're talking about.
Oh shit!
How big
I forget what the size exactly is. The problem is that the moon is smaller, less dense. It has, I think it's 1/6 our gravity, so you don't need as big of an impact for it to throw off chunks, which would then fall into Earth's gravity well and rain down on the planet. You need a lot less stuff to cause potentially very severe problems there.
Well, that's why I was asking the size, is to because I could kind of guesstimate the size of the.
Yeah, I'd have to go back through the article to see what it was.
I'll go look it up.
They were talking about potentially using a nuke to stop it, and I'm like, oh, I see this movie. Is Aerosmith doing the soundtrack for it? I think we saw this one already.
Somebody call up Bruce Willis and get William Fichtner on the space shuttle. It's time to send some miners into space.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
Elon's got to send me over that too.
Dibs on Liv Tyler.
Oh.
And there we go.
Leave her alone. She's wonderful.
And Ben Affleck, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my Lord.
Now we're not canceled.
We are. We're sick of forking us. We're done. We just don't know it yet.
So as someone in the chat pointed out, it will quickly become "Don't Look Up" as the administration fails to handle it, and then just says, "Well, just don't pay any attention to it."
Yeah, it's been just don't look for the past, I don't know, October 7th of 2023. So it's been going on for a while. We just haven't looked at anything.
Oh, is there money in the tip jar there, Big Sarge?
I don't even know what that is.
Why is he getting tips? I want a tip jar.
He's the boss.
I don't care.
I don't think it's. I don't.
I'm
think that's on our
cuter.
channel.
I'm cuter.
I think
I
that's
should get
on.
tips.
I think that's on Political Drain.
It could be.
I don't think that's us because we're not monetized. Like they.
Wait, I got a question for Admin Asia. I could have swore that when you guys interviewed,
me and Brandon are going to talk now.
No, hold on. When you guys interviewed Rokana, I could have sworn that you said that like when you guys reach 100K, that like you would show your face.
I believe that was said. I believe you are correct, sir.
You know, a lot of things were said.
She feels called out.
Big Sarge, perhaps you could check what the subscriber number is up to. Maybe we could, see where that got to. Just,
it's 103,000. We've actually been losing subscribers because I'm not up there making rant videos. I haven't made a rant video in over a week.
What? How will people know what you feel about things?
I know, right?
Hey,
I
Tim.
needed a break. I was this
You
close
can tell people
to
though.
like.
Me and Doug recorded an anger translator video on Monday.
Excellent.
So it's going up on Sons of Liberty. So
I'd like to hear.
Yeah.
New content.
So we're trying to fill in. Trying to keep things going. Also, pay attention to that and not the fact that the thing that Brandon was talking about. Brandon, shut up.
I mean, we're all accountable to somebody, right?
Apparently, I'm accountable to Minnesota now. What the hell?
Look, Minnesota had the gall to go there.
I mean, I had the gall to go there with
holding your feet to the fire.
I mean, they got to keep up that Civil War tradition.
Holding the line.
Holding the line.
Brandon holding the line here, and I like it.
Taking the shit, not giving it back.
I tell chat. They're telling me I got a wonky Wi-Fi. Is my sound sounding crappy to you guys?
No wonkier than my background doing weird shit here for whatever reason, and mic issues we've had all night.
Oh yeah. By the way, we also said that we get matching tats, and we agreed
thanks,
that
Lark.
and we would.
That was somebody's suggestion. I don't think we ever actually.
No, that was Doug's idea. The rest of us are like,
on whether or not Admin Asia got to pick the tat, and chat was like all for it, right? So yeah.
I like to loop us back to the thing we actually agreed to,
And
which
I
is
already said-
Admin Asia actually appears.
Okay, so you let me pick the tat, I'll do the face reveal.
I see that there's been some negotiation
quo,
added onto this. That this was not the original deal.
Quid
Did everybody agree to get tattoos? Because there are some people who are like,
Doug
A,
did.
can't afford it, but also B,
Brandon will get a tattoo.
not
You
getting
gonna
a
get a
tattoo.
tattoo with us? Come on, Brandon.
I've always wanted to get a tattoo, to be honest.
I haven't
don't
had
have
one.
any.
My friend put one on.
What's
my friend
stopping you?
tatted me when I was 17 on my foot.
I've never had disposable income, unfortunately.
See,
it's never been an investment I can make.
That's why I poo-pooed the idea. I'm like, nah, you know what? They're gonna be like, let's get this giant ship with wings and like Admin Tim standing on the poop deck.
Okay, only if
with
you're
his
paying for it,
saber
my
raised.
dude. Only if
I'm
you're
like-
paying for it. Okay, I have one
I like
tattoo
it turned
on
to
my
like the
body.
full back tat
Let me
somehow.
tell y'all. Okay, I have one tattoo on my body. Okay, it went on my foot, and it was tattooed by Will. And shout out to Will, the greatest guitarist that the southeast of the United States has ever seen. Will Smith tattooed my foot when we were 17 years old, skipping high school like a bunch of delinquents. And he did it with a safety pin, some Indian ink, and that thing is still on my foot to this day. And I am far too old for that to still be there. Okay, now it's very, very, very faint, and only I can see it now, but it's there. And that's the kind of stuff that broke punks got into when we were kids.
Well, no regrets, right?
Right? I am not fancy. So I say we go get those kind of tats. I'll call up Will, and we'll have him tat us all up. Let's go.
I will get it as a tramp stamp.
No regrets. That's right. We're getting no
Yeah,
regrets.
no regrets.
All of us. That's the one I picked. No regrets.
Sounds like what you picked.
Oh, classic.
Yeah,
That's right. I voted no regrets. Trump 2028. Oh my word.
And that was Ram popping in for a cameo visit there.
What's that? I didn't see him.
You were busy telling me about what tattoo I had to get.
Yes,
We're
I
paying
was.
attention to the dog on the screen.
I know. Can he hear me? Hello, baby.
He cannot have got
That's my
headphones.
puppy. That's my puppy.
Yeah, he's got stinky breath of chicken he had for dinner.
Dogs of Sons of Liberty. Pets of Sons of Liberty. We need to have a calendar.
But that's the best reason to be on the Discord, honestly, is the occasion.
Really, it is.
Ram.
Well, we have a Pets of Liberty channel in the Discord where everybody just posts the pictures of their pets.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite channel.
It is the best channel.
It is. That and the memes channel.
The memes channel is excellent as well. I often fish through there for content to push out to the page. So I got to be honest, some of you who are out there, I'm just looking at things like, nope, that'll get us banned. Nope, that's not going to work. No, no, that's Charlie Kirk getting shot me. Okay.
Yeah.
Dear FBI, pay no attention to this
We
channel.
would like to take this moment to thank all of the moderators for all the hard work that they do.
Yeah.
There's a political meme channel and a non-political meme channel, so different flavors of memes.
There are far too many channels. Way too many channels.
I'm going to do another channel right now.
No, you are not making another channel.
Mm-hmm.
No more channel. No, stop it,
More
Matt.
channels.
Matt, I'm taking away your access. Oh my god, I hear you tap. Don't you stop tapping right now. You stop it.
I'm gonna log in. This will be like 80 new
Brandon,
channels.
are you
that I have
coming on?
to mute.
I'm gonna make you an admin, and I'm gonna de-admin Matt. Okay, because he's not allowed to make channels anymore.
That sounds very fair.
I think that's fair, don't you? So you're cool with getting the tat too, right? No regrets. We're doing this. All right, cool.
McGurd, no regrets.
Oh my god, no regrets.
You might have to explain where that comes from for some people. We have somewhat of an older audience that might not get the reference.
The sheer amount of meme knowledge that's necessary for our broadcasts and content and posts it's off the scale.
Yeah.
Like, have you met our audience? You don't have to explain shit. They know.
Some of them don't.
How old is your audience? Shifty 5?
Swifty.
We given the comments that some posts get on our social media platform, there are some people who mean well, but they do not get it. They do not.
What was
They're trying, man. They're trying.
And I don't just mean the ones that can't discern when we're posting satire, because we do mix like memes and real news and such. So I can see where that can be a little confusing, but we get stuff up there that is very clearly satire, and people are just like, "Oh my god, this must be real!" It's just like the 6 news articles we posted about real serious shit happening were real. Where was the reaction to that?
The very obvious fake conversation with the Dallas ICE immigrant shooter, where he's like, "Hey, Chuck Schumer and Hakeem said, you know what? Hold on, let me. Here we go. We're gonna share screen."
For one of our classics that was massively misunderstood by people who thought this was real.
Right. Okay, so in the example chat, we have a thing that I posted this. This was me. This was mine. I posted it because I have to preface that because sometimes admin V here, I want to talk about yada yada yada, and everybody's like, "Yeah, Big Sarge, that's a good one." Or a post signed by admin Matt. He's like, "Here in Philadelphia, here's a picture of me walking my dog and making a Philly cheesesteak, whatever mashup." And everybody's like, "Ew, Big Sarge, that looks gross." And he signs it Admin Matt, by the way. And everybody's like, "Oh, Big Sarge, what?
Cheesecake, cheesesteak? That
like
that
sounds
horrible.
have like 12 admins, first of all. And I don't post every single thing. So, first of all, read the post. Second of all, can we get back to I'm getting off topic here. I digress. So, here we have a chat with close friend, right? Hey, Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries have radicalized me to do violence against ICE. I remember you mentioning this at our last Antifa meeting. Will you be committing the act in solidarity with the Democrat Party? I'll be aiming at ICE officers, but I'm cross-eyed, so wish me luck. Sounds good. Also, I'm trans, as you know. And people were like, "Oh, is this real?" Because I put the caption, "Breaking. FBI Director Cash Patel has released the private messages," and people were like, "Oh!" They thought this was real.
Did you guys see the anti-ice bullets?
That's what Trump did.
Anti-ice
That's what Trump
is what
did.
they say, right? No, fuck ice.
Exactly. This drew so much fucking fire.
Yeah. I make controversial posts sometimes. Like I said that protesting was no longer effective and people got really mad for good reason. I understand it. Nothing compared to this. Like the comments are full of people who are like, "This is fake. Stop making fake news." I'm like, hey, Adolf Hitler called. He wants his sense of humor back. I told him you call him back.
You did not say that. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
our page isn't banned.
You guys remember the shooting in Butler, Pennsylvania last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a video on my YouTube called The Reptilian President, in which I give two plausible scenarios. Either A, Trump staged the shooting and it missed on purpose, that's why his ear is fine. Or B, he's a fucking reptilian. Because humans cannot remove cartilage. Reptiles can.
True.
Maybe it was the med bed.
Oh, he did. He used the med bed. That's right.
It's the med bed.
Oh my god.
I'll just be here playing with Ram's ears.
Oh, Ram.
Look, I got a rare double appearance out of him, so it's probably all we're gonna get.
I know. Such a good boy.
Mikey's laying on his little blanket right here.
So do we have anybody that's in the chat right now that's in Minnesota? Has questions for our guest?
Absolutely. Any prospective voters here?
I think
it's going well.
I'm not sure exactly where, but I think Eljo is in somewhere in that area.
There you go. Eljo's in Minnesota.
Well, Eljo. But not that district. It doesn't matter if you're in that district or not. He's gonna make sweeping changes that are gonna go across the entire country.
Yeah, but my platform is for the whole state, not just 20A.
That's right.
Right.
So
so we were at the Goodhue County DFL chili feed a couple of days ago, and a couple state reps showed up, Larry Kraft and Alex Falconer. And I handed both of them the physical copy of both the pieces of legislation that I'm running on. So I'm hoping that they take a look at it at some point, because that would be great to get some actual feedback from sitting legislators, you know?
Absolutely. So you've got a Minnesota voter out there. What else do you think you need to say to win her support? Where's she in your district?
Well, like I said, for most voters, you genuinely don't need to go deeper than space and time. I mean, so for a standard 2-bedroom, 1-bath, that should come in roughly around $63,000. That's about $350 a month for 15 years.
That's a very advantageous price point.
That is best my math goes, I'm pretty sure that would allow somebody below the federal poverty line to be able to pay that comfortably.
And be able to live the classic American dream, honestly.
And
dignified
down
and
to the
decent.
next generation, and so on and so forth.
Because sovereign homes, by design, these would be a new category of off-market home. Like, anti-speculation covenants are baked into the legislation. They are not to go onto the market. That's the whole point. It's creating a parallel market separate from the market, where housing is a right.
You're going to upset some powerful folks with this plan.
Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing. They're all parasites. I mean, the only people who would be upset at this are the parasites.
So I have a question. Now, obviously, people who rent, their rent only applies to their credit score if they stop paying rent and get evicted. Is there a way to make this so that if you're paying mortgage on one of these, that it's going to your credit and associated?
I honestly did not think about that, because I generally don't think about credit much, but that is a very great point. I mean, I don't see why not.
And credit checks as well, because that's one of the biggest obstacles for people who end up living in like really shitty housing. It's just they have bad credit.
Yep. And once you do, it's so hard to get out of.
And I know
so many traps.
Even having like no credit is also bad.
It is, and there's so many traps coming from that world, coming from like a low income world, like I did. There are so many traps that are laid out for you. That by payday loans. Oh, we lost him.
We lost him.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Ram.
He heard my voice. He did. Hello, baby. He heard my voice.
What did you do, Admin Matt?
Matt, what did you do?
Walk.
Oh, be back.
He uses his teeth. But no.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So yeah, I was talking about there's so many traps. There's the payday lenders. There are, like, once you get a speeding ticket, there's like the fines and fees and everything are ridiculous, right? So I mean, you wind up just being stuck in like this endless cycle. Having some vehicle to help you build up some credit so that you can climb out of that is huge. I was lucky. Somebody taught me how to, build up some credit and get out of that. Most people that I grew up with and stuff did not have any of that knowledge. And nobody taught them how to do it. And so they were stuck there like their whole lives. So something like this would be really helpful. Another thing also that, lends itself to another thing is educating people on, bringing back education on how, to manage finances and stuff in schools, like high school. I'm sorry. I'm not.
This is one of the things. That is one of the things where our education system fails us in the worst way. We are given absolutely no training on taxes, credit, none of that shit.
Well, it's intentional. You know that, right?
Well, of course. And that's the whole point of the endarkenment, so I have a theory that neurotypicality was genetically engineered into existence over the last 150 years by the endarkenment, using social, cultural, and economic pressures. And 100 years ago, sterilizations, lobotomizations, institutionalization to separate population A from population B. And like the endarkenment, they have been fucking with us on a large scale for a long time. And it's also why I believe that they are so anti-evolution. Because if the normies, if they don't believe in evolution, then they can't see that their behavior was engineered and selectively bred for.
Not sure I'm following you, but Is there some? Is this like just kind of a theory that you've landed on, or is it something that you've read up on and like there's something else?
Oh no, yeah, it's a theory that I've landed on that got me banned from TikTok at 17K followers. The domestication of humanity. And then like I have a whole Punnett square for it. Let me hold on.
Yeah, please. I would be interested in reading up on this. This sounds interesting.
Where would I be able to add pictures? Can I? I don't know.
Tim?
Yeah.
He's asking where you go to add pictures.
Yeah, you just click the present button.
Oh, look at that. You do.
Wait, press the what button?
There's a present button at the bottom next to the place where I always have my camera perma.
Should be a computer screen with a little plus sign in it.
Plus sign. Not seeing any such.
Do you see a microphone at the bottom of the screen?
I do see a microphone at the bottom.
Do you see a camera?
Yeah.
Do you see a little box next to it with a plus sign?
Oh, wait, I see just the comment box.
Maybe expand it? You sure he has that option? There we go.
Let me see if this will work.
There you go.
Can you see that?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So the basic high school Punnett square.
Hold on, I'm trying to get it to...
Yeah, Tim's trying to make it larger so we can see it.
There we go.
Actually, pretty sure that that'll all be backwards. But anyway, you got conformity and divergence up top. Then you got resistance and compliance down the side. You got conformity, compliance. Yeah, that's normie town. You got divergence, compliance. Yeah, that's like the quirky coders at Google or Palantir. You know, then you got the conformity resistance. That's like the fucking Proud Boys and shit. You know, the conformist resistors. And then you got the divergence resistance, which is us. You know, those of us who would have been institutionalized 100 years ago.
Huh. This is really cool. So where did you pick up on all this?
Oh, that's just a realization that I had quite a while back. Like, holy shit, they've been genetically engineering the normies. Because genetic engineering at its most basic is just selective breeding, you know? And that's where the social, cultural, and economic pressures come in, you know? Like 100 years ago, you take the divergent, you throw them in institutions, you sterilize them, then you send the normies to school to go and make them docile. And then over time, those are the traits that are naturally selected for it. It's the same way that you choose between a smooth or wrinkly pea.
All right, I'm gonna be looking into this because I feel like I've heard some of this.
So some Rage Against the Machines, their song "Killing in the Name of." Some of those that work forces is the that is the definition of the conformist resistor. You know.
Yeah.
Some of those who work forces are the same that burn crosses. That's the conformist resistor. The fucking the shock troops of the Endarkenment.
I like the word Endarkenment.
Well, yeah, it literally maps. It's the opposite of enlightenment, and it maps to fucking everything. Like, so Epstein. So like the satanic cabal, like there is some definite truth to that shit, based from everything that it appears. All right, like from my perspective, Trump ordered Epstein killed in his first term and is now covering it up. That's the Endarkenment action.
Well, I tell you, after reading, I watched Yarvin's speech where he was talking about rage at the same time that I was doing research on it, and I came across the video at the same time that Elon had stepped foot into the Labor Bureau, and with his computers, and performed the greatest heist data breach in American history. And it was really telling because it was playing out everything that, like Yarvin was talking about, right, was playing out on the news. And I'm just like watching Yarvin talk about it, watching Elon do it, watching Yarvin talking about it, watching Elon do it. I'm like, this is crazy town. And it's really concerning to me that these techno monarchists, who their whole plan is to take the working class and turn us into cradle to grave working serfs, who do nothing but serve them.
It's actually it's actually a bit more insidious than that. Like I said, what do you think? What the fuck do you think Elon Musk's Optimus robot is for? They plan for us to be dying as serfs, but on a dying climate change ravaged Earth, while they escape to their fucking floating gilded ivory space habitat in the sky.
Well, they realize that they will need some people to do the work. These are people who have never so much as chipped a nail. Okay, these are people who, they don't understand. They're inside dogs. I joke about this all the time. I call myself an inside dog, but that's because I, don't like going out amongst people, and I'm a ginger. So, the Daystar.
You're already soulless, right?
Right. I'm soulless, and the Daystar burns me. So, but they're inside dogs because they can't function without us. Okay. And that's something that I'm trying to get people to realize.
So this is specifically what I keep trying to stress. Our time limit is not 2028. Our time limit, like when we are truly fucked, is when they have their fucking lifeboat off of the Earth, and they have their fully autonomous AI drone army, and their fully autonomous AI workforce. Once they have that is when we are at the point of no return, where we're fucked because they have no need for us anymore. That's the bridge.
I wouldn't be as concerned about that, okay? Because the AI.
But I'm not saying, like, we still have a while before we reach that point.
AI,
2028 is not the end of the line here.
Right. It's plenty stupid. AI is plenty stupid still. I have tried very valiantly to program my own standalone AI, and it is really it can be very dumb. And
that's because they're still fucking testing it on the population.
Well, that's the thing, is that we need to stop giving them all of our data to continue feeding into their AI. And if you're going to give them data, give them the wrong fucking data, right? Give them bad data.
For as fucking, like, Ezra Klein-y, like, futurist neoliberal that Andrew Yang was, one of the things that I absolutely fucking loved of his ideas was making your personal data your private property.
Yeah. Okay.
That was absolutely one of his ideas that I fully supported.
Yeah,
your data.
The Brandeis,
the buck should stop at you.
Right. So we had in Obama and Biden both put in a bunch of Neo Brandeis like progressives when they came in. And one of them was one that just got yeeted out of the FTC. Who was that? Oh gosh. I have notes. I was actually doing research on him. But anyways, but yeah, like their biggest push was going to be locking down our personally identifiable information, our personal data, making that private, strengthening privacy laws, making sure that our private data is our own, that kind of shit. Because and what did we get instead? We get a bunch of Republicans and some Democrats who are all about let's take a hands-off approach with AI. These AI companies,
because fuck Louis Brandeis, right?
Right. We don't want to hamstring this new tool of AI before it even blossoms. We don't want to like stifle development here, guys. And it's like, guys, no. Okay, this stuff is already developed. It develops very quickly, faster than the guy that invented it intended it to develop. He's concerned. He's already throwing up the red flags going, hey, this is bad. Okay, if you want to teach AI, you need to teach it like how to be a mother. You need to teach it maternal instincts.
So Tim, before we call it a night, I had some that I wanted to talk to you about real quick. So
Okay,
one of the things that I appreciate about Sons of Liberty as a whole is how you guys are trying to reclaim patriotism. Personally, I've made a bunch of videos trying to redefine the American identity because, like, what is America's motto? E pluribus unum, out of many, one. That's not individualist. That's very collectivist because freedom, at the end of the day, it's relative. I'm only as free as my neighbor. And that's the thing. Like, my opinion, the endarkenment, MAGA especially, like, no MAGA, in my opinion, are American citizens in the most true philosophical sense. They may be Americans geographically, but they have stepped out of the covenant that is America. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. And the counter to that is what you let them do to other citizens is what they'll eventually do to you.
That's right.
So,
and you have
that is
to
worth
love
keeping
all
in
of us.
mind. Yeah.
The
That is
difference
going
is
to
doors
be...
unlocked, lights on, but price of re-entry is the Enlightenment.
Yeah. We have to wrap it up. Zoom conference call with the Removal Coalition very shortly.
Oh boy.
I want to thank you for spending some time with us this evening. Brandon King is running for state senate. Is it state senate or state house?
State house.
State house for Minnesota's 20A as an alpha, because there are two of them. There's A and B. And Brandon's campaign is right down there at the bottom, secure.actblue.com/donate/Brandon-King-Min Mike November 20 Alpha for Minnesota's 20A. Brandon, thank you so much for being on. Our upcoming
live
stream
Liberty for bringing me on.
Come back and see us again. We want to hear how you're doing. And
Absolutely.
more ideas. Absolutely, please. It was a pleasure.
Upcoming live streams on the 7th, we have Kira Havens from the Removal Coalition. On the 14th, we've got David Clayton, who's running for Congress in North Carolina District 5. And then on the 21st, we have Chris Volpe, who's running for Senate in Ohio. And we're working on quite a few other prospective candidates and guests who are not even running for office, but are just really fucking cool.
Like
that
Jeff
is our
Crawford.
show for tonight. Yeah. Well, I wish.
Soon.
Someday.
Soon.
Someday.
I wish upon all the stars.
We should start a letter
And,
writing campaign or something.
We
Send her
should.
postcards or something.
Yeah. Me
We
writing
have
in my chicken
100,000
scratch handwriting.
subscribers now. Come on, people! Everybody send her a
Yeah,
postcard
but
and a
the
flower.
amount of them that actually watch every single video, let alone a live stream, it's, you know.
And we've got 68 people watching. That could be 68 postcards.
That's right. That's a lot of postcards.
It's a sore
Never
point of contention
discount.
with me.
Shush. Shush. We love every 68, every one of the 68 that are watching.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's the same 68 that turn in every night. It's actually 80 right now. So, yeah.
We love all 80 of
All
them then. Even better.
The Fam of Liberty, thank you so much. Saturday, 15 November, we are running on our Twitch channel. If you have Twitch, go subscribe. If you don't have Twitch, go fix yourself and then subscribe to the Sons of Liberty Twitch. We have a charity D&D game. It's a one-off featuring Admin Asia, Admin Matt, Admin Elo, Admin V, and then 2 members of the Fam of Liberty who we've yet to identify. And there may, I stress may, it's a slim possibility, there may be a very, very special D&D player who most of you who are nerds who follow geek culture might know this person. Maybe. It's a big if. Not going to name names. I want to, but I'm not.
Can't put it out there yet. Not until there's a agreement in place.
Anyway, pissed off bartender? No. We're talking like
I miss pissed off bartender.
We're talking like big screen TVs, big screen television.
Doug, what are you dropping in the chat? He's sitting there saying, I have a big surprise for people. You need to hush.
All right. That's our show for tonight. Make sure you put that shit on your calendar that you're going to tune into the Sons of Liberty Twitch on Saturday, 15 November. Dungeons and Dragons all day.
I'm a rogue.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, they also Matt and Tim do Twitch on other times. They stream their stupid gaming on there, so you should watch that.
Wow, the stupid gaming. That's what we do. We do the stupid gaming.
Well, because it's stupid because they didn't invite me.
You don't play.
It's actually, we haven't streamed on Twitch yet. It's strictly on YouTube so far. And if you play Star Citizen,
you guys are going to do it on the Twitch.
Possibly, yes, in the future. But for now,
you should do that to promote the Twitch so that people come to the charity thing.
It'll be hilarious. You'll get to see me fall down the elevator shaft again.
Look, if you play Star Citizen,
true story,
Admin Asia, and
I
anybody
don't.
that's watching, if you play, well then.
But you guys would be so far ahead of me. You would have to like.
Literally no.
No.
Well, maybe, but you would literally we would just walk you through it. Anyway.
Okay.
You or anyone else who plays Star Citizen, get the game. I got a whole referral code that you can use.
Give it.
You get a little bit of extra swag.
If I play Star Citizen, will you guys play something I want to play?
Sure.
And then we'll stream them. We'll start doing stuff on the Twitch channel and promote the Twitch channel.
On what
that way,
is.
people will come to the charity.
Yeah, if
you have me in motherfucking Stardew Valley, wearing a pink hat and shit, then
you would enjoy that shit. Don't even flay me. You would like it. Don't even.
Would.
You
would. I would.
No, I would just like to do something stupid, like all of us get together and play like Repo or something stupid like that.
Yeah, we could do that. Set it up.
But we should start streaming this stuff because I think that we should probably get some more eyeballs on the Twitch channel.
So the people tuning in to complain.
To the random person who got into my gaming stream complaining about the fact that it was a bunch of children playing games and it wasn't serious, super serious political discourse with
Oh,
me
they can eat
shouting
my whole ass.
fuck, shit, ass, damn, cock, bitch, and whatever else. Wait, what? Can I?
I know it took him a minute, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
There's a lag.
Anyway.
There's a lag for Big Sarge.
Anyway, to the person who complained about me streaming video games, I'm terribly sorry to break it to you, but I am not AI. I'm an actual person with real feelings and emotions.
No. Allegedly.
The wife is in the background. No.
And I do things on occasion.
So much.
If you watch some of my other streams, I will occasionally pick up my guitar and strum a little tune and sing a stupid song. I might
a kazoo.
Play the kazoo. I might wear a cowboy hat made out of a Budweiser carton and giant sunglasses and pretend to be Randy Macho Man Savage. I might put on a suit and tie and pretend to be one of those tent revival evangelists selling you Satan be gone spray.
Oh my lord.
I might dress up in a Civil War costume and pretend to be William T. Sherman. What else have I done? What other silly shit have I done on camera to entertain everybody?
There was you in your Ranger panties.
There was that, yeah. wearing my Ranger panties, my American flag silky,
just drop it on
and my America tank top. Because I don't like the term white beater. It's so.
It's true.
Misogynistic.
It's very people.
I love her so much.
Me too.
I love your wife.
So,
I really do.
So on occasion, you will see me do things other than stand in front of a camera and say, "What up, fam of Liberty? It's your boy Big Sarge, also known as Admin Tim. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck GOP politicians. Yada yada yada." I am not at all sorry for that. If you don't like my game stream, then don't fucking watch the game stream. I'll be back Tuesday night to interview people and play the kazoo and drink stuff.
Whatever that was.
With the rest of the admin team who may or may not be drinking.
You'll never know. That's right. That's why I don't have a camera
on. So, but I'm not going to apologize for having a variety of content at all, ever. Never.
Yeah, that's what a bizarre thing to complain about.
Yeah. And if you're really so early on last year, when I was doing things besides political commentary, like I did some Q&A videos. I did a couple of videos where I was talking about military poop stories or whatever. I don't know. A lot
of poop stories.
Yeah. People were like, there were a couple of people who were like, "I'm concerned about your brand dilution." And I'm like, "What the is that?" Well, it's your channel is known for a specific thing. And if you're doing things besides that, that's brand dilution. I'm like, "Oh, you mean being a real fucking person that isn't a one-trick pony?" Okay. So there you go. And sometimes it's not even me making videos. Admin Doug on occasion makes videos. Admin V made a video once, I think maybe two. Admin Elo made a video. Admin Jamie is working on her first video. Whiskey Leaks put stuff up on there all the time, and people are like, "Oh, Big Sarge, I love this. It's not even me. Fuck."
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's our show for the evening. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Walter Cronkite. Good night and good luck. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, we're gonna need it.
God help us all. Good night,
and
Janet.
Maybe. Oh, snap.
Mikey.
He's hiding.
Maybe I'll make a rant video this week. Maybe I won't. I don't know. There's so many things to rant about. Like, I would literally have to make like 10 videos a day, and I
true.
can't
Lots to keep up with.
can't summon that level of rage. Like I can't. And also, if you want to see me rant more, then you know what? Get on the fucking Discord and be like, hey, I'll write you a rant, and I'll look it over and I'll be like, yeah, I could get mad about this. And then I'll customize it. You don't write my curse words for me because I make that shit up as I fucking go along. You fucking couch.
We can never keep them up.
Yeah. See how well he does when he makes it up as it goes along.
Yeah. You end up getting called a fucking lemon. A smashed bag of grape assholes.
Remember, he is a professional, folks.
That's right. Don't try this at home. You might hurt something.
Your mom's gooch looks like a burst couch.
Good God.
Let me stop. 2 claps in a ring.
Woo!
Good night.
Throat punch.
Out of my office.